What is life as a prepper? Well, I'm pretty sure that a lot of folks are like, fear mongering, you're scared of everything, hoarding. I don't know. The most positive one will be like, oh, you're a homesteader. You know, like you having chickens and goats and pigs and cows and I don't know. People have different mindsets of what is a prepper and the life that a prepper lives, because they really do think that we are 24/7 on edge, that we know it's just waiting for a collapse. And I'm gonna debunk a couple of things, and I can only speak for myself. Now, for those of you who don't know, I was born and raised in Cuba. I lived there until I was 16 years old. So I have a pretty good idea of what living in a SHTF is like, since I spent my first 16 years living in one. So after living in a third world country for 16 years, I can tell you that the idea that folks have here as preppers is not the idea that I have. For me, preparedness was a regular day-to-day. There's nothing wrong with having a little bit of rice put away. There's nothing wrong with having cooking oil in there in case that you don't have it at the store. There is absolutely nothing wrong. Like we used to say, save a little bit of kerosene just in case that next month it doesn't come, and now we have a fuel to cook. Back in those days, we cooked mainly with kerosene. So in the U.S., prepping is seen as a hobby, to put it nice. As a conspiracy. You know this is not me BSing you or anything like that. The media have portrayed preppers as nutcases, and I'm not gonna lie, there are some out there who go down that rabbit hole that is like, oh god. I even like I see them from time to time. And I gotta tell you that although they are entertaining, because the nonsense coming out of their mouth is entertaining, because you're like, oh my god, how can there be so many folks on this earth who still believe that? And you're like, okay, well, that's your thoughts, that's their hill, and that's their Alamo. You gotta let them be. There are others who call themselves preppers, and they're very into one interpretation of the good book. And don't matter how much you give them or how much sense you make, you will be, let's just put it like this, they will ignore you, and that is it. So I'm saying here that there is a significant amount of different preppers out there. So, but if you come across preppers who do this as part of their life because they either don't know any better or they have embraced preparedness as part of their life, they don't treat it as a hobby, and it's just pretty much all they know. Their mindset is very different. In the morning, every day, I wake up early because I am accustomed that the early bird gets the worm. I am accustomed to waking up early no matter what. It don't matter what day of the week is. I sit and I have my coffee and I read at a minimum 2 newspapers, front to back, no matter what. So I would say that preppers like me who have made prepping a lifestyle, or they live just this way, they like to be informed. After that, I see what's going on in the news. A lot of times you can dissect that, which is like, that is propaganda, that is BS. Oh, this happened. So 90% of what you read and what you see are nonsense. But unless you see it and read it, you get what I'm saying? You cannot differentiate between the nonsense and the truth. So 90% is total BS. 10% is probably half truth. So the peace of mind that we have by being informed is that we are prepared for the unexpected. If there is turmoil in here, we don't wait for that turmoil to escalate, because we are on top of things and we are reading every single day and we are aware of what's going on. We are prepared. So we don't get caught with our pants down. You get what I'm saying? So that is the one thing. So we do have a bit of peace of mind. You may not believe it, because some people like to stick their head in the sand and they're like, I don't want to hear anything bad. Well, you have to be aware of all of them. The good, the bad, the ugly, everything. It's not about whether or not you want to listen to the good things and move from the political correctness that it was once upon a time, or it still is, part of our culture, to the positive correctness that we are seeing more and more push nowadays. No, it's just be aware of what is going on. So by you being aware, you can prepare accordingly, thereby having a peace of mind. If the power goes out because if there's a hurricane, you knew ahead of time that the hurricane was coming. Peace of mind, you don't have to worry about it. You have everything that you need. You can prepare accordingly. Now, when it comes to skills and whatnot, because we live this lifestyle, skills is something that really we don't think about it too much. Because, and let me explain, we don't think about it too much because it's like, okay, I have to make fires almost on a daily basis, whether I like it or not, because I have to make a fire in my wood stove. So the concept is pretty much the same. You get what I'm saying? If I had to make a fire when I'm hunting, well, I'm hunting whether it's summertime, springtime, wintertime, it don't matter. So again, we do those type of things. Processing animals, same thing. So when it comes to skills, we don't tend to focus so much on talking about it because we are doing it every single day without even knowing it. Like yesterday, my son and I, we sharpening our knives, and I've seen videos online of people teaching others how to sharpen our knives. But me and my son, we were just having a conversation, sharpening the knives, and after that, we went and we checked some of the equipment, and we were looking at our packs or whatnot, make sure that we had replaced the food that we ate the day before. So you see, those are skills that we don't think about it because we are doing it every single day. So is it one of those things that is consuming my life? No, we're just doing it. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes to that, the takeaway on this is yes, we do practice our skills, but because we do it so often, we think they are just part of everything of our daily lives. You get what I'm saying? So perhaps that's something that folks don't understand. When you live and breathe, everything is preparedness. Life is about preparedness. Or your life is this. Skills become second nature. You just don't think about it. You see what I'm saying? So because of it, we have the confidence on those skills. It's not like, oh, I'm just going to practice to make fire on the weekends. No, it's just every single day. like the other day, I asked my son, I was like, hey, start getting some kindling, and so we can put away 5 or 6 crates, just ready for winter. He was doing that, and I was cutting some trees with the axe, because he's like, you're not gonna use a chainsaw? And I was like, no, let me use the axe. This is not that big of a tree, and it's cold outside, so I want to warm up too. You see? So yeah. So skills, we do really have that confidence in our skills because we practice them every day without knowing. One thing that I will say that, especially nowadays, we do have it to a point, but I think we can improve on it, is the strength of community. I think we have a better community online than what we have in the real world or in the physical world or day to day. We have good friends. We have good people around us. Some of you that we have met through this platform, so we are really thankful for that. But nonetheless, because of the world the way it is, and you just can't trust people all around, we sometimes limit ourselves to how much people we let in. So I'm pretty sure that a lot of you are, in the same boat as like, well, you can't trust everybody. And because we don't have any family in here, it's just the 3 of us, basically what we have is those people that we know. And that's our community. We may not talk all the time. We may not see each other all the time, but that is our little community. So I think in that area, perhaps we should start making a push to make it stronger, to make that area stronger. However, I do believe also that the few people that we have are worth more than hundreds. So it's give and take. Do we go quantity over quality, or do we remain quality over quantity? I'm leaning towards quality. That's just me. So the other thing is that when you your lifestyle is as we have been doing, you have a lot of freedom. And I'm saying freedom because we don't depend on the system per se. If we want to unhook from the grid, we can definitely do it today. Not a problem. I did the math, and just with gas, it's going to be actually cheaper if we just disconnect from the grid. It's just the convenience. But we can definitely do it. Food, we grow, and we planning to expand our garden even more. Right next to me, I have my potato harvest. It's going to carry us through the entire winter. We didn't do a lot of winter crops because we still have one full freezer full of that white thing that we did last year. Not cabbage. The moose ate my cabbages. Cauliflower. We have cauliflower. We have broccoli. We have so much carrots. Can away. That is like awesome. We had last winter we ate from the previous, and this winter we're gonna finish it. So that was way more than enough, and we put it in our ground beef and whatnot. But you see, we have that freedom that we don't depend on the store for everything, and we do it as a family. So when you live this lifestyle, it provides you a lot of freedom, and by you having that freedom and that non-dependence on the stores, it gives you that self-reliance feeling that a lot of people lack nowadays. So the takeaway here is don't think for 1 second that we are dependent on the system. By no means we are. We utilize the system to our advantage, as you should as well, but we are not relying on the system, which It gives us a peace of mind. Again, it's just always peaceful. And it goes to the next point. This is a very rewarding lifestyle. We do projects with our hands. Again, skills coming here. Because we build all the time with our hands. We are practicing those building skills. Building a raised bed is a skill. Cutting a tree down is a skill. Growing food is a skill. Again, we take it for granted because we do it almost all the time. Almost all the time. Unless we need heavy machinery, then we have to reach out to folks that we know within the community and, hey, I need help. So you see what I'm saying? But it is a very rewarding lifestyle. When you see your pantries full, when you see your canning jars that you don't have any more space in your shelves to put them because your harvest, as mediocre as it was, will carry you through the entire winter, you have that feeling of reward of, okay, if something happens now, I don't have to worry about it. I have food. How many people have food now for more than 3 days? So it is a very rewarding lifestyle, especially when you build something. You build a brand new chicken coop. You sit outside on your porch in the morning when it's still a little chilly and you have your hot coffee. You're trying to read your newspaper and you see what you built. That is rewarding. At least it is to me. So when you come across people saying like, oh, preppers are crazy, they're just antisocial, they don't want to talk to people, it's not the truth. I mean, you will get some here and there. You're gonna get an oddball, and of course you're gonna have those who go into conspiracy theories like down the rabbit hole that is like, oh God, why did I even engage in this conversation? But the majority who practice a prepper lifestyle is calm, you build you confident to a level that you would never thought you had. It is empowering, and it gives you that feeling of freedom that a lot of people nowadays don't have. So with that being said, always remember, those who prepare today will not struggle tomorrow. If you like this video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And like always, rock on, prep on, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody. If you'd like to support the channel, check out the links in the pinned comment below. Consider joining our Frontier Prepper Squad or let an adult to you run. It really does make a difference. And always remember, those who prepare today will not struggle tomorrow.